Good morning, students. Today we will discuss the fourth chapter in ABA, that is working with the tally. It is fully automated. Okay, there is no that much of efforts required to preparation of books of accounts, because the tally gives some kind of facilities in the way of automated. Okay, just we need to pass some entries. Okay, nothing but not a general entry here. Okay, tally has a some kind of unique feature. Instead of generalizing the transaction, that transaction we should be pass in unique nature, in unique command, that is called as a voucher entry. Okay, with the help of voucher entry we can possible to generalize the transaction. When you generalize the transaction, or when you are completed the voucher entry, that time it is automatically posted to the ledger account in concern with the trading account. After that it automatically posted to the profit and loss account and balance sheet. Okay, so that we call the what, one kind of automated software for preparation of books of accounts. So when we want to pass this voucher entries, for that the tally software demands some requirement. Okay, after fulfilling that requirement only we can possible to pass vouchers. Say, what is the voucher here? It is some kind of unique code for generalizing the transaction in the accounting software, nothing but tally. That is called what? Voucher entries. Okay, that we will discuss in next. Okay, next then. So then, what are the requirements demanded by the tally? Okay, before passing the voucher entries. Okay, in that the first one concept, that is group concept. Okay, in tally they provide one kind of platform to creation of group. Okay, then before that creation of group we will discuss what I mean group here. See here, the group nothing but it is a collection of ledger account which have the similar transactions. Okay, that is called a what? Group. While you are going to be recording the transaction in the tally, you should be specified the ledger comes under which group. Okay, that concept we call the what? Group. Okay, then what is the advantage when you are preparing the transaction, or when you are preparing the accounts in the tally? What is the major important creation of the group? Or what is the role of the group in the tally software? The simple thing, see here, the tally will provide the instant report as soon as you pass the entries. Okay, the time of displaying the data, okay, the tally will avoid the overloaded data in the particular report. So avoiding the overloaded data, the tally will summarize that kind of data in the particular group. Okay, that is some kind of advantage from this concept of the group in the tally. So that we should be aware of this kind of group, nothing but which ledger, at the time of creation of ledger, which ledger comes under which group. Okay, then in tally the tally is provided the predefined group, that is a total 28 predetermined group. They defined the predetermined group, nothing but in default only the tally have this kind of group. Okay, there is no need for creation of these 28 groups, because the tally solutions private limited only provide the facility to the users default about the 28 groups. Okay, that groups we call as a predefined group. Okay, they will ask in examination, they will ask the question, mention the predefined group in the tally. Okay, so that be careful about this concept. So the tally ERP have the what? 28 predetermined or defined groups. Okay, under this the 15 are called as a what? Primary group, then 13 called as a subgroups. Then out of that 15 predefined group, primary group. The 9 are in capital nature. Here, 9 are in capital nature. Capital nature nothing but what? The inflow of the capital or cash are in the form of investment. Okay, so that 9 predefined primary groups will appear in the balance sheet because it is related to what? Investment or capital. Then remaining 6 are in the nature of what? Revenue, so that they will appear in profit and loss account. So then next that is regarding about what? A primary group, that is 15 primary group. In that 6 are revenue, then 9 are in capital nature. So the 9 groups, primary groups, will appear in balance sheet. Then 6 are revenue nature. Okay, so that they will appear in profit and loss account. Okay, then next we have in Tally we have 13 subgroups. Okay, these 13 subgroups comes under primary group. Okay, so these 13 subgroups are further classified 9 as a primary group, and it will related to what? Capital in nature. It will related in capital nature, so that it will appear in balance sheet. Okay, then remaining subgroups comes under profit and loss account because it is a revenue in nature. Okay, next we will see which are those groups predefined in the Tally. Okay, this is a list of what primary groups in Tally, that is 15 primary groups. Please observe it. This is a list. Okay, please note on this list. In examination they will ask for 6 marks question. Okay, then listen here, the capital, then loans or as a liability, then this current liability, miscellaneous expenses as asset, then current assets, then fixed assets, then investment. This comes under balance sheet. Okay, remaining are profit and loss account. Then next this is what subgroups, 13 subgroups. Okay, it is predetermined in the Tally. Okay, in that please observe creditor, secured loans, then provisions, deposit as asset, bank overdraft, unsecured loans and debtors, reserves and surplus, loans advances in case of asset. This comes under balance sheet because it is a capital in nature. Okay, this is what 13 subgroups in Tally. It is predefined groups. Okay, the next concept is the creation of group. Okay, in this stage you will get some doubt. Sir, is already we have 28 predefined group in the Tally. Then what is the need to create this kind of group? Then why the Tally software provides this kind of option to the users to create their own group? Okay, listen here. This creating group is related to only for creation of subgroups, not for primary group. Okay, the Tally will provide some kind of platform to create the subgroups. Okay, so not for the primary group. So for example, if the company wants some detailed information, or the company wants to know the exact information for which purpose they spend the amount. Okay, in the situation they can possible to what? Create the group. Okay, after creating that subgroups, they can possible to grouped in the particular subgroups in which they wants to add in the particular group related of the transactions. Okay, so that this kind of what group creation facilities is provided by the Tally solutions. Okay, then what are the options we have to create the group? Majorly we have two options. One is single group, second one is multiple groups. So when we need to use the single groups, say when you wants to create more than one group, okay, that group is different nature. Okay, that it is not in similar nature. That time should we go for what? Creation of single group option. So then when we can possibly use this multi-group option, so here when we you are creating, okay, when you are creating the more than one subgroups, that comes under the similar primary group, okay, then only we can possible to create what multiple groups with the multiple group option. Okay, for example, about the multiple group option, then for example, in case the company wants to know some detailed information about some particular department, for example office, then some selling and expenses department, then distribution department. Okay, in that situation the company has the opportunity to create the group with the help of creation group option. Then in the situation the company can use the multiple group option, because the office expenses, then distribution expenses, selling expenses comes under the major primary group, that is indirect expenses. The situation the company can possibly use this multiple group option. Then we will discuss what is the commands to be followed for creation of group under single. Okay, this is the command we to be followed, that is called our syntax. Okay, then what is the syntax or command? The get wave tally, nothing but the alt F3, then account information, then from accounting information we should be select the group. In that group we need to be choose a single group. In that single group we should be select create, because we are creating the group here. Then when you select the option, the create group, you will get this kind of when you select the create option, it will be display the group creation form. I will show later. Okay, before that, see here, this is the screen for group creation. So please observe here the command we are here. We are in the group creation screen. This is the group creation screen. Okay, how we got this group creation screen here? Please observe here the commands. There is a get wave tally, from that accounting information, then group, or please observe here bottom of the screen, the tally main, get wave tally, accounting information, group. In that group please select create for creation of group. Okay, then as soon as select the creation of group, you will get this kind of form. Okay, you need to be fill this kind of form. So for example, I taken one example here, administration expenses. Okay, then this administration expenses comes under major primary group, that is called so what, indirect expenses. So that I told we can possible to create only subgroups, not for primary groups. So it is administration expenses subgroups under indirect expenses. Okay, then after filling this form, okay, we should be accept for creation of this group by pressing Y from your keyboard. Okay, when you press the Y from keyboard, the group will create, the subgroup will create in the name of administration expenses. Okay, then while passing the entries, that any kind of transaction is related to the administration expenses, then you can possible to select the preparing the ledger accounts under the administration expenses. Okay, this is the one of the important facilities or features is provided by the Tally software to the users. Okay, then next we will discuss about the displaying the single group, nothing but which of the group you created, that we can possible to view. Okay, with the help of display command, the same way, that is get wave tally, accounting information, from accounting information select a group, from group we should be select what, display. Okay, please observe the screen. See here, we have here, okay, display. Okay, when you select the display, it will be we can possible to view, which are the groups we created. Okay, by choosing the what, display option. Okay, then one more remember that in display option we cannot possible to alter, we cannot possible to change whichever the group is already created. Then how we can possible to alter? Then for that we should be use one more command, that is altering the group. Okay, what is the syntax for that? That is get wave tally, accounts information, from that account information select group, from that group screen should be select alter. Okay, then please observe the screen, this one. Okay, observe here the single group under we will have alter option. Here when you select the alter option, you will get the alter option screen. From that, do some necessary changes, then after that accept it by pressing Y. Okay, this is the way of what altering the single group. Then next one we'll go for multiple groups. Then already I told, when the situation arises to create the multiple groups, when you're creating the subgroups more than one, that subgroups comes under the same primary group. Then we can possible to select what multiple group. Then what is the syntax for that? Get wave tally, that is alt F3. According information, from according information should be select the group. Instead of selecting single group, we should be select what multiple group. Okay, then from that select what create. Okay, please observe the screen here. Yes, here we have multiple group option here in that create. Okay, when you select the create, you will get one screen. Okay, you will get one screen here, that is called the what multiple group creation screen. Please observe here. In case of single group, we should be provide first group name, correct? No, like this. Here, this is a single group creation. You should provide the what name of the group first. After that, you should select the primary group. Okay, but in case of what multiple group, first you should be select the group primary group, because which of the group we are creating that comes under same primary group, no? So that I will ask to select first in which primary group you wants to create the subgroups. Okay, so that I taken one example here. On the basis of that, as chosen in that expenses as the primary group, in that I want to create these three subgroups. Okay, that is administration expenses, selling expenses, distribution expenses. They comes under what the same primary group, that is indirect expenses. Okay, after filling that, we should be accept by pressing Y from the keyboard. Okay, it is the method of what creation of multiple group. Then display, same way how we view the single group, same like that only we can possible to view the one multiple group. Okay, for that we should be use the command like get wave tally. From then from accounting information, we should select group. From that group, we should be select display from the multiple group option. Okay, here display is there. Okay, when we select the display, we can possibly view which are the subgroups you created, or which are the groups is there in tally. That's we can possible to see. Then one more is there, that is alter of multiple group. Okay, then the same command will to be used, that is that is a get wave tally, according information, then alter. Okay, so in alter option only we can possible to do the modification. Then with the help of changes, we can possible to save the changes in the computer, in the tally, by pressing Y from your keyboard. The next one, deleting. Okay, in tally they will not give the direct option to the users to delete the information. Okay, or any kind of ledgers or any kind of what group. Okay, so that we should be use the command, that is alter command. From the alter command we can possible to delete whichever the groups you wants to delete. Okay, for that the command is get wave tally, according information group, then single we should be from the single group, we should select alter for deleting the single. If you wants to delete the multiple group, we should select the multiple option. In that we should select the alter. Okay, so when you select the alter option, you will get the alter option screen. From that screen you should be press Alt D. Please note down this. They will ask 2 marks question for the function of Alt D. See here, Alt D is related to what? Delete the group, either a single group or multiple group. Okay, this is the what option we will use to delete the group, either single or multiple. Then next move on to the very important one, that is concept, that is the creation of ledger. See, this also has a vital role in the tally. See, already I told that there is no need for what preparation of general entries and ledger account, but instead of that we should be pass some vouchers. Okay, at the time of passing the vouchers, with the help of ledger account only we can possible to pass, otherwise it is not possible to record the transaction in the tally. So that before passing the transactions with the help of voucher, we should be create the ledger account with the concern with the particular transaction. Okay, so that how to create the ledger. Okay, it is similar like to the group creation, but it is not as a group. Okay, it should be considered as a what ledger account. Okay, then in that the tally also will provide the two options for creation of ledger, that is single ledger and multiple ledger. Okay, the single ledger option we need to be used in the situation when you're creating the ledgers more than one, that ledger comes under different group. Okay, then next, in case of multiple ledger, when you are creating the more than one ledger accounts in concerning with the particular transaction, in the situation those ledger accounts, nothing but which ledger account you want to create, they comes under the same group. In the situation we can use what multiple ledger option. Okay, then next one, the very important thing, that the predefined ledgers in the tally. They ask for two marks question here. Okay, in case of groups we have total 28 predefined groups, in that 15 as a primary, then 13 as a subgroups. But in case of ledger we have only two predefined ledger, that is cash and profit and loss account. Okay, only we have two, that is cash and profit and loss account. Then in case of this profit and loss account, we cannot possible to delete. Okay, we cannot possible delete because it's a predefined ledger account, but we can possible to modify on the basis of our requirement. Okay, nothing but the tally will give the tally will give some kind of opportunity to the user. Instead of having profit and loss account, we can change this one in the form of income and expenditure. Okay, there is called some kind of what modify. Okay, so that is two predefined ledger in the tally is cash account and what profit and loss account. Then next move on to the creation of this ledger account. Here this is a very important in the tally. Without creating the ledger, we cannot possible to enter the accounting information in the tally, because the vouchers we can possible to record with the help of this ledger account. Without ledger account, the tally will not allow to pass the vouchers. So that we should be careful regarding about creation of ledger. In that already discussed, we have two options. In the first one, single ledger. What is the command for creation of single ledger? Same way, go for gateway of tally screen, that is by pressing Alt F3. Then next from that you should be select account information. From that account information, select ledger option. Okay, for we are creating ledger now, so that select ledger. From the ledger screen, select single ledger. From the single ledger, should select create, because we are creating the ledger, so the select create option. Then in case of this multiple ledger, okay, what is the syntax for this? The same way, the gateway of tally screen, that is we can get by pressing Alt F3, then accounting information, then from that what you should select the ledger. From the ledger option screen, you should be select multiple ledger, because you are creating more than one ledger, which is the what similar group. Okay, so that select what multiple ledger. It will give the some facilities for reducing the time for creation of individual ledgers. Okay, so that is for multiple ledger in case of the ledger consists of similar group. Then from that select what create. Then next one, display or alter to ledger account. This is very important one. Display and alter. The display nothing but view. Okay, which of the ledger created now, that we can possible to view. Alter nothing but changes. Okay, if at the time of creation of ledger, if you did any kind of mistakes, that we can possible to correct by using the what alter option. Okay, then how to view or how to alter the ledger account. For that we should use this command, that is our syntax, that is get wave tally screen, or by pressing alt F3 we can get the screen, get wave tally screen. Then from accounting we should select the accounting information. From that accounting information select the ledger. From the ledger should be select alter option. When you are select the alter option, you will get the list of the ledgers. Very important one, the list of the ledgers. Then which other ledger you want to view, just enter that ledger. Okay, through the selecting. Then you will get the what one screen, that is display screen. Then from that we can possible to what alter the ledger. Then after altering we should be accept by pressing yes. Next one, deleting the ledger account. Already I told there is no direct command specified by the Tally software for deleting the accounts. Okay, so that we should be use what alter option. Okay, how to use the alter option here, that is commands, get wave tally, account information, ledger. From the single ledger should be select what alter, or from the multiple what ledger option you can select alter. Then you will get the one screen. Okay, list of the ledger screen. From the list of ledger screen select the particular ledger on which ledger you want to be deleted.